Welcome to GolfCask Tastings. Slide up a stool, enjoy the pour.
All right, GolfCask members, let's do another quick tasting. I just had this in a beginning pairing, so I went ahead and brought this over, and let's do a full tasting of one of my favorites, Wild Turkey Distillers, and this is Wild Turkey 101. Looking at about $27, $28 for a 750 milliliter, comes in at 101 proof. Of course, it is a bourbon out of Kentucky, and it is a high rye, so roughly 75% corn, 16% rye, and then the rest would be malted barley. So let's give it a little swirl, little spin. Let's go color-wise. What do we have here? We're getting a little darker. Age statement I can find on Wild Turkey 101 is roughly 6 to 8 years. And again, that's why we're starting to get a little darker amber to it, not the light copper that we can see with some younger bourbons. On the nose, this to me says American bourbon. This is caramel sweet, oak, vanilla. Everything I think about a bourbon is right here, and it is 101 proof, so it is a little higher proof. Let's look at our legs here. Our legs are a little wide and a little slow compared to some of the other whiskeys we've seen. So what does that tell you? The wider the leg, the slower it means, usually means a little higher proof, right? You can go watch our episode on legs into detail on what legs are and how it works, talking about evaporations and all that great stuff. But to me, what I can see with this, again, on the nose, really good. Legs, I got a little proof, 100 proof. For me, 110 is kind of my honey spot. 100, 110 is kind of my honey spot for proof. I like a whiskey that'll punch a little bit. So let's dive in here and give it a taste. Jimmy Russell, thank you. That is what I expect from a Wild Turkey product. Caramel sweet, vanilla oak right out the gate, and then all of a sudden hit with a right hook of rye. We get that spicy note, pepper, kind of that baking spice peppery note. Finish hangs around, so I'd call it medium. And it's sweet and spicy is the kind of finish, kind of hanging around, jumping around my mouth right now. So a really, again, for about $27 for a 750 milliliter, to me, Wild Turkey 101 is really kind of the grandfather if you want to experience what a true bourbon is, if you think of bourbon in the American classic standard, right? So at nose, what do I give it? I give it a 3, man. I mean, it's sugary, it's sweet, it's got vanilla floating around and a subtleness of oak. On the taste, I get all 3 of those, and then I get the spice and the pepper. And I mean, you get a lot of it, which I really enjoy. And then in the finish, we're gonna get 3 again. Medium, again, with the sweets and sugars jumping around and the spices. It's again, to me, this is a beautiful low-end whiskey that can be drank neat. A high-end whiskey enthusiast would come over and you poured them in neat 101. They would be okay with that. But again, it makes great cocktails because of the sweetness, because of the spice. It can kind of enhance a cocktail as well. So to me, 101 should be on your shelf, and it should be used in a multitudes of ways, from cocktails to neat, to mixers, to whatever you're trying to create. So again, cheers. Thank you, Jimmy Russell. Great product. Wild Turkey 101. Overall rank of 3. Can't go wrong with that. Par, baby. Pars never hurt. Cheers.